I do think work is changing. I know every conversation is about AI.
We are delighted to be joined by Sharon Strauss. Sharon, it's so wonderful to have you today with us.
Work has become the manifestation of personal values, of passion, and that you lead people and you manage work. So it's more a list than it is a single item.
If you are not able to take care of yourself, how are you going to address so many?
Exactly.
And women play a lot of other roles as well.
Learn to say no, learn to advocate for yourself, find a mentor, and take care of yourself. When you die, your inbox will still be full.
What makes a workplace truly great? Is it the people, the culture, the opportunities to grow, or perhaps a combination of all three? As someone who closely works with teams and leaders every day, I truly believe that people are the heart of every organization. When people feel valued, supported, and inspired, that's when organizations do their best work. Today's guest has spent her career helping organizations bring that belief to life. Welcome to the Voices of Women Leadership podcast. We are delighted to be joined by Sharon Strauss, Chief People Officer at ETS, a passionate advocate for people and culture. Sharon has helped shape workplaces where innovation, belonging, and growth go hand in hand. Her leadership journey is rooted in a simple belief: when people thrive, organizations thrive too. Sharon, it's so wonderful to have you today with us.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to be here, Mona.
So let's start with our questionnaire. What's something you have learned from the newer generation of employees that has surprised or inspired you?
There are actually several things. One is just the sense of passion that's brought to everything. And to me, that ties to the second thing, which there isn't a separation from work and personal. Work has become the manifestation of personal values, of passion. And so there's no longer this artificial line as work is here and my personal is there. And so it really forces organizations and leaders to think about, how do I represent not only what the institution or the organization stands for, but what employees stand for and what they're looking for. And so the integration of both is something that I think forces us all to look at things through a different lens.
Yeah, that's very well said. Every generation brings some kind of different values at the workplace,
Yeah.
and that's like we ETS is known as an inclusive company. So it's good to hear your thoughts on that.
Exactly.
In your view, what are the ingredients of a workplace where people genuinely enjoy showing up and doing their best at work?
The first piece is people really need to know what they're part of. It means something to them. There's a tie that stems back actually to the previous question. And I think the other, and I think this is true especially with the generations earlier in their work career, is the ability to ask questions, right? It's, you don't just accept things at face value, and the ability to question comfortably, meaning that they feel comfortable in questioning. And really, as leaders and as organizations, we really need to be in a position to be able to answer the questions. What does the organization stand for? Why do we do things a certain way? And it really promotes a two-way relationship. It's not just about, hey, you should be grateful you have a job. It is actually a two-way relationship that is, I provide you employment and meaningful work and recompense for that work. And you give me your energy and your time and your best investment. And it really is an equal two-way relationship.
Yeah, that's very well said. I think it's very important for us to be as a leadership, to be transparent and to be forthcoming in answering any questions they have. That's how we build trust. So I completely agree, and I resonate with that
Absolutely. That
point.
transparency and authenticity, I think, is what defines the current workforce.
Yes, yes. When you think about the workplace of 2030, what excites you most?
I do think work is changing. I know every conversation these days is about AI, particularly when we talk about the future. But I think for me, the conversation is less about what work might go away and actually the work that that will form and that remains. And while we have the ability to automate to become more efficient through AI think there are some aspects of work that are uniquely human that will become even more important. The relationship aspects, the critical thinking aspects, the making the unusual connections. And I'm really excited to see how we can evolve jobs that focus on those skills, and how do we look for those skills, and how do we create meaningful work that will capitalize on those things that make us uniquely human.
Right, right. And in one of the conference, this question was asked to me, what do you think like a like people manager would look like? And my answer to them was that we will have people manager, we will still need people manager, but we will also need agent manager.
Yeah.
And like we will have agents and people working hand in hand. That's what I think would be the future of 2030, but it's interesting to know your views about it.
There's a phrase
Yes.
that I've often used for the last many years, and that you lead people and you manage work.
Correct.
And I think the AI revolution, actually, in terms of the impact it'll have in 2030, really defines that. And when you talk about people managers to manage agents, that's around managing work.
Yes.
Leading people will become even more important because you're leading what makes us uniquely human.
Right. No, that makes all the sense. Yes. As a woman leader, what's one piece of advice that stayed with you throughout your career and that you would like to pass on to the next generation of women leaders?
So it's more a list than it is a single item. Learn to say no in the appropriate fashion. Learn to advocate for yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. Find a mentor, a champion. Every successful leader has one at some point in their career. And take care of yourself to support other people. Just like on an airplane, they tell you to put your mask on first and then help others. The same applies in the world of work. And the one quote or phrase, which really is advice that has really stood with me, is when you die, your inbox will still be full. And so you need to find that balance of commitment to the work, to your family, to your friends. Figure out every day that balance might look different, but your inbox will always be full. And don't forget that when you think on a daily basis of how to balance the load and take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's profound, because if you are not able to take care of yourself, how are you going to address so many?
Exactly.
And women play a lot of other roles as well.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So, okay, Sharon, before we let you go, let's switch gears for a moment. And we have got a list of questions from some of our people. We have talked about leadership, culture, and the future of work. Now it's time for a quick people, culture, rapid fire.
Okay.
Just go with your first instinct. What comes in your mind? One word that describes Gen Z at work.
Passionate.
One thing millennials do really well.
Question.
Emoji reactions or long email replies.
Emoji reactions.
One workplace trend that should stay forever.
Authenticity and transparency.
Very nice. One workplace trend you would happily leave behind.
The days where we sat for hours in a room debating the definition of escort and writing a dress code.
Right. And for me, it would be meeting with no agenda. Coffee chats or team chats?
Coffee chats, and if needed, coffee chats on a team chat.
Yeah, because we are all in a global
both.
Workforce.
Yeah.
Yes. What's the most overused workplace buzzword today?
Oh my goodness. Synergy.
Okay. For me, AI first. It's too much AI we are talking about these days. One quality every great manager should have.
Empathy.
Nice. One thing all generations have in common.
We're uniquely human, so hopefully it's caring for other humans.
Right. Sharon, thank you for joining us on Voices of Women Leadership podcast. It's been such a pleasure hearing your thoughts on people, culture, leadership, and the future of work. Your insights remind us that while workplaces continue to evolve, creating environments where people feel valued, supported, and empowered will always remain at the heart of great leadership. Thank you for sharing your perspective with us today. And thank you for flying out from New Jersey to here and spending time with us.
Well, the thank you is to you and your team for helping put together and welcome me, even on 10 days' notice. I only had to bring myself here. You got a whole army together. So thank you. It's always such a joy being here.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sharon.